Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and as you can see, my little hamster, who was in my pocket, got a little bit tired of being in my pocket. This is little Dr. Snurf, also known as Cookie. He's a cutie. I brought him back into circulation, so little Cream/Saber is over again the wall, and now he begins his his period of confusion as I wake him up and bring him out periodically, and he wants to go back to bed. I got him out of his nest, so I'm going to put him back into his cage so we can go back to bed. Here we go, little guy. There you go. And he is an absolute sweetie. Last night, of course, was the end of daylight savings, spring forward, fall back in the United States, so before I went to bed, I knocked my clock back, and I went to bed early for me. And I wanted to make sure I slept because I had been sleeping so poorly. So I had a tube that was filled with THC oil, edible oil. It was about this full, out of about this big, and I just drank the whole rest of it. And so I actually slept for like 5 hours, which for me is pretty good. So that was nice. I wish I could sleep 6, 7, 8, but pain wakes me up after 4 or 5. So you do what you can. And since I'm still trying to get off methadone, because I'm only on 5 milligrams of methadone. Methadone is, yes, an opiate. It is a derivative of morphine, and they use methadone for people who are trying to get clean off of heroin, which the better way to do it is cannabis. Cannabis kills the desire for other drugs. So if you're trying to get clean off of cocaine or heroin or alcohol, cannabis actually keeps you clean and sober. Thumbs up for that. But, yes, the methadone. It is 5 milligrams of methadone, which is the equivalent of 10 milligrams of morphine daily. I take that for pain. I take a 5 milligram tablet, snap it in half. I take 2.5 in the morning, 2.5 at night. I used to take 45 milligrams of methadone daily. So that was a lot. But now I'm down to 2.5 twice a day. And even at that, if I miss so that I don't get a full 5 milligrams every day, that's okay. I'm trying to bring myself down to 2.5 milligrams. And then I want to take like that 2.5 milligrams and see if I can snap those in half. And then bring myself down to nothing. They have just discovered, and I've mentioned this before, but they've discovered that opiate use, long-term opiate use, especially the older you are, does cardiac damage. So yeah, I want to get off that as best I can. I went walkies yesterday. I mean, you saw that yesterday. If you watched the video, you did, where I went walkies, and that was good. I'm very glad I got to do that. And then I just stayed at home the rest of the day and didn't go anywhere or do anything. I just made videos and tried to stay awake, and then just watched stuff, made videos and just sat and watched after I went walking. So I did exercise, and I have been trying to figure out how to lose weight because I want to lose a little bit more weight. I mean, it's easy to lose weight. Ever since I got sick and lost half my body mass, it is a struggle to keep my weight up. I mean, all my life I've barely ate. The reason I have been fat is not because of eating. It has been lack of physical activity. After I broke my back, I didn't break my back, but my back injuries took me out of the workforce, and depression after that. Beforehand, with my alcoholism, I got all my calories through alcohol, and I barely ate. And my weight for forever and ever, working as a nurse's aide, where I could lift a human being from one side of the bed to the other just by grabbing hold of incontinence pads, lifting, bringing people over and setting them down. I was strong. I had very sculpted calf muscles. So there was a lot of muscle involved in that too, but my weight was like 240 to anywhere from 220 to 240. And it's been that way most of my life. Only at the end of my death spiral for my alcoholism did my weight go down to 160. And then, of course, after my, well, no, that was the first time and the only time I did that. So that worked out that way. But then afterward, after I got sober, my weight went from 170 back up to 220 and then even further because I was taking care of my wife and just sitting. When I was not out taking her places and doing things for her, I was sitting and watching her. Now, all through my life, I've generally eaten only about once a day, sometimes once every 2 days. And my weight has always been up, up, up. But now, if I eat a sandwich, I gain weight. So I barely eat a thing at all. I just eat very, very tiny bits, and because my weight was dropping and had gotten down to 170, and then just by adding one sandwich per day, it went back up to 185. And I do a mass amount of physical activity. I'm always, well, I've showed them before, and I'm not quite sure where it is at the moment because I set it down, and then I've been tidying up and moving hamster cages. But I use my little hand things, and I've got it so that I can do like 300 pumps on each arm, and I do that all day. And then I use my 8-pound weight to do lifts, and I bring my arms up, and I'm doing all this stuff and working my wrists, and I could barely do 5 of those things. Now I'm sitting there doing like 40 at a turn, and then going over to my other arm, and then coming back to do another 40. So I'm using up a lot of like calories, I guess. But I don't need my weight to be really, really big, but I don't want to be thin either. According to the MetLife charts that they use, insurance companies use for your weight, at my height and my age, I should be at 166. I don't agree with that, but neither do I really want to be big and heavy anymore. And 185 isn't incredibly heavy, especially since a good 15 to 20 pounds of that is just the loose skin I've got from being so heavy. Every place that you get stretch marks is a spot that it's loose skin. It can't pull in when you lose weight. That's why I've shown this before. I'll show it again. I look half melted. If I take off my shirt and such, I look half melted because I've got so much loose skin. And it'll never go away. It has to be surgically removed. So I subtract about 10 or 15 pounds from my weight to find my true weight. What my body actually weighs underneath the loose jacket of skin that I wear. Because the weight of my skin will never go down. Ever, ever, ever. It's always going to be a 20-pound skin jacket. So I subtract like 15 pounds from my weight to find my actual body weight underneath the loose skin. And that takes it about 170, which isn't, you know, that far above the 166, so I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I've been struggling with anorexia for a couple years now, and so I don't know if it's my desire to lose weight or if it's the anorexia still. Because every time I start getting too much weight coming back, my anorexia comes raging back. So, thumbs up for that. One thing I do want to do, and I'm not going to be able to get the other thing done, I'm trying to change up the status and what I do with my vlog because it's time for a shake-up. And so I'm thinking of moving the thanking everybody for comments to the beginning and doing stuff like that, but I'll work on that on another day. Maybe January 1st. I'm big on ritual. Anyway, what we have is a Be Happy pop open card. Savor the moment. I have 30 of these. Well, I do have 30, but I don't have 30 left. It's only those in the middle that are the unpopped open pop open cards, and we're going to pop this pop open card right now. So let's see. Down here next to the microphones that you can hear it. Listen to those perforations. Miracles happen to those who believe in them. It's not exactly profound, and magical thinking does not help people in the world. But if you look at minor miracles as just the things that happen, I mean, if you take a look at my life, I've thought about this one a lot. I wish I hadn't been abused as a child, so that I hadn't taken refuge in alcohol before I was 10 years old to dull the pain, so that I wouldn't have been an alcoholic at 19 by the time I went in the Air Force, so that I wouldn't have almost died of my alcoholism in the year 2000. But if I hadn't, I never would have met my wife, Jennifer. And even though I was depersonalizing and falling apart from the pressure of watching her die in front of my eyes until she finally did die in my living room on hospice for 10 years out of our 12-year marriage until she perished. But even with that, yeah, I'd go back and I'd do it again. There are things I'd like to do differently during our marriage to try and take better care of myself and try to take better care of her, but I did the best I could under the situation that I was in. So was that a miracle with all those little steps that brought me to the what I still feel is the best time of my life, even though it almost killed me? Yeah, everything is little miracles. But don't engage in magical thinking. Our universe that we live in with no statements about afterlives or faith or all that, but the physical universe we have to live in right now during these lifetimes, this physical universe, you can't engage in magical thinking, because magical thinking is just going to get you hurt. It's not a magical universe. I mean, it's magical in that it's beautiful and wonderful and awesome. There's stuff we can't explain yet, and everything can be beautiful. And that's a miracle. The miracle of life. Indeed. The past couple days I have walked up to Walmart, but yesterday I did not. The walking that I did was... In fact, where did I go? Oh, well, yeah, I went up to the construction area. I went and recorded that. I keep forgetting. So I walked around and I got some exercise in. That was good. I'm glad. I'm going to do more walkies today. I'm hopefully going to make it to Walmart again. We'll have to see. I like the fact that I can walk 6 miles in a straight shot and I know it's 6 miles, instead of having to walk for 2 hours through downtown Shelton and hope that I hit the 6 mile mark. The thing is, walking for 6 miles in downtown Shelton is downtown Shelton's flat. It's inside of a valley. To get up to where Walmart is, I have to go up out of the valley and climb up there and then make the 6 mile walk, and then of course walk back down into the valley. And since I live in southern Shelton, I have to walk back up out of the valley to get to southern Shelton. That's a lot of walking up hills, so by the time I'm done and I come back from that, I am broken. Last time I went to Walmart, I was standing in the, just 2 days ago, 3 days ago, I was standing after just walking constantly. And then it was standing for like 30 seconds, but then I just turned a slight bit to start walking out of the hall, corridor, aisle. And my hip hurt. And this isn't I've mentioned this before, if you hurt on the outside, you know, the lateral parts of your body, the outside, the medial part is toward the inside, the lateral is toward the outside. But if you hurt on the outside, your hips hurt on the outside, that's muscular pain. That's nothing. If you hurt on the inside, towards like your inner thigh or any such like that, that's your actual hip joint. And when I made that slight shift to start walking, that was my hip joint that went, ow! So that was fun. What I had to do was just keep walking, don't stop. If I stop, then things settle down and don't like to get moving again. So, Walking in downtown Shelton allows me to at least stay on a level. So I'm not going up and down hills to major. So I just go down into downtown Shelton, walk on the level, and then when I'm done, back up into southern Shelton. So I like the walk, but I don't like the pain of it. Now I have opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people. Yes, indeed. It is a range of 20 to 25, because even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my fibro and depression and worse, thumbs up. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. And if I'm not reading the comments right now. There we are. I'm going to read them all afterward. For right now, I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. So good comment, bad comment, indifferent comment. The fact that you left a comment is what's important. Thank you very, very much. So, calling on my Chrome. We have Do Unicycle. Thank you very, very much. And Ice Damon. Greatly appreciated. Poo Poo Pee Pee. Huh, nice username there. Sammy Ellie, thank you very, very much. And Commander J, greatly appreciate. Kathy Kitscat, always good to see you in the comments. We have Venix, thank you very, very much. Makato Kun, sure hope I'm close. Jap Rousdauer, thank you very, very much. And Hitler with a period at the end, thank you very, very much. Gentle Bonk, greatly appreciated. Ollie B, thumbs up and thank you. Albert Bean, thumbs up. Sanic Boom with an underscore at the end of the list. Thank you very, very much. X Drowning Fish. X? How about that? I like the name. Jesse Huskin. Thank you very, very much. And Jasper Casper. Not bad, but thank you. Charlie Williams. Greatly appreciated. GX Han. Thank you very, very much. Big-eared Bandit. I like the ears. Liquid Ibaza K. Thank you very, very much. Moose Beef. Thank you very much. And Brian Glenn, greatly appreciated. Good to see you in the comments. Potato Tron. Thumbs up and thank you. And then Lucifer LP. Greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with actual people. Thumbs up and thank you so very, very much. It is appreciated to no end. Part of it is it's raining a lot. I'm allergic to leaf mold, and so my lungs are like, eh. But also part of it is I do smoke cannabis like a chimney, and even though I don't have any cannabis I can show you right now except for crumbs here, since I store it here. Can't smoke it inside, but I store it inside because, good Lord, you store it outside and it's just gonna go bad. So you store it inside, you smoke it outside. But thumbs up for that. I can't even remember what I was talking about or what I was going to say. One of the plans that I do have is to take the stuff, now that it's past October, is to take the stuff off these shelves and then try and rearrange the things so that some stuff is easier to see and some stuff that isn't out comes out. I don't have a lot, and people don't send me postcards or anything. I mean, literally, I beg for postcards and underneath every video and inside every video, and I say, please send me postcards, and I get like one every 3 months. Life is life. Don't want to feel entitled. But that's just the way things are. I can't remember. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, I got my spiel at the end to do, don't I? Where I say, hey, if you could check out my various links. I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, there are a smaller and smaller number of people, and the number is going down. I need your help paying my rent. I hate to say it. If you can help me out, that would be very, very cool. Please. But if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes and deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. And if you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get for my existence. A definite thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool. I don't make a lot of money off my channel. I average around 40 bucks a month from it, but it helps. So thumbs up on that. Well, Shuckle my Duckle. Hopefully I'm going to have a reaction video today. Hopefully I'm going to have a game video. Hopefully a game video for my channel. People keep saying in comments and sending me emails like, do you still do reactions? I do 4 to 7 reactions a week. Why? Well, what is going on? I don't understand. But still, You take care. Have a great day. I will see you on the flip side, and that's a very good thing, although I am very confused.